on B, theoretically. He said it wrong, but the signs are correct. So I'm going to be wrong. You're already on it.
And we are live.
Is it in two places? Give me 1 second. Let me go look at that. I think we're up there.
I call I'll take the bear.
Yes. We're on there.
That's all different. Now I got beef now. I didn't beef before. The partner smashed me several times. I have so many friends.
Can you hear now? No? No, actually, I can't. Huh. Okay, but we got it on mute. Try it again.
All right, can you hear me now?
Can
Say
you hear
something.
me?
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
Testing 1 2. Test. It's not showing on. But
It's showing all the background ones.
Just this? That better?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
that's
we go.
okay, now I can hear
that's
I can hear
better.
Bob anyway. I'm sure. Can you hear me?
It's funny. I can't hear John. I can hear myself,
I can hear Bob.
and I can hear
Testing
you.
1 2. Testing 1 2.
Yeah,
Now
we can hear you.
All right, maybe it's just a mic thing. All right,
Now I can hear you. John.
all right. Let's try this again. All right. So, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the 2022 Potomac Embassy Row curling event. Bonspiel. It's this year's focus is on the Ukraine. So the games. This is the third draw for the evening, first day of the game, and we're gonna focus on 2 games here: Fellowship of the Rink versus the Metavikes, and then what was the other game?
These are wrong.
What's the other game we're looking at? On C.
It's Humblest team versus Pizza Leaguers. But right now we're on sheet B. So this is the Fellowship of the Rink versus the Metavikes. Both of these teams had games earlier today. So this is the second draw for them. So they should have a feel for the ice here at Potomac now.
And did they both win today? Do we know if they won, John?
I do not know.
Okay.
It's pool play. So first 3 games are pool. Everybody plays everybody in their pool.
Okay.
So and then that determines ultimately how we do the draw out on Saturday night.
And John, you won your game just the last game, right?
We did win our game, although I will say I play for a Potomac team, Team Black. We were playing a team out of Bucks County, and we won by 2. But I will say, I'm not very happy with the way we won. But win's a win, right?
A win is a win. Yeah, I watched you guys. It was kind of a on again, off again. but there's some good shots in there.
Oh, this is okay.
That looks like a guard.
So the Redstones is, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Not the Ukrposhta? So one of the members of that team is from Potomac, Cody Johnson. And
Right.
so he should know the ice, and he's helping the other guys out.
And then
The other team, Kyiv'n, is a combination of Potomac and I believe Bucks County.
Yep.
So.
And that's Zachary Blough, is it?
Yeah.
I've curled against him a few times. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's in the college. He's in the
Yeah.
college curling program. So the ice was down a little bit in our game as far as speed goes. It'll be interesting to see what the speeds are on this sheet. So red is sitting one buried, although yellow has a nice tap back to get red out if they wanted to do that. So he's calling for a guard, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yellow has hammer.
Right.
So at this point, red's just trying to protect what they've got.
Looks like it might over curl here. Although, no, it's not bad. You're trying to save it, though.
Okay, change the angles. That's good.
Yep.
Got in for third shot. She motioned like she wanted to. Oh, okay, draw. She's wanting to draw.
Yeah, I think that's the call.
So the skip of Kyiv'n is asking for Zachary to throw a guard here. So. Line's a little wide. It's going to come up short. Sitting fourth shot. Cody Johnson from Potomac's in the house for, I don't even know how to pronounce that.
We're not the.
Ukrposhta.
What was that? Ukrposhta? I don't know.
That's what it looks like to me.
How about not the Uke team? They're not the Uke team. It's going to change the lines a little bit more, even better for red. So. So they're down to vice stones already in the first end. Yellow's sitting in a little bit of trouble right now. Mike can throw some big weight. He's got to blow this up. He needs to open it up for at least for the. Oh, I guess they changed. Skip's going to throw third rocks. Okay.
Can they do that in the middle?
Well, so this is the first in, so they haven't technically.
They can do that. Okay.
So, but once they, they can't change the lineup after this. And I'll say this. So I played Mike several times, and he generally he likes to throw fourth rocks, but he likes to sweep. So
yeah.
Katy Perry, what a cool name. She looks a little narrow. She's going to pinch the guard. It's okay. Just open it up a little bit.
Open it up.
At this point, yellow needs to figure out how they're going to get one out of this. So red is starting to close the noose on them a little bit. So the red skip is asking for Cody to bump the red stone back and pop the yellow one out the back of the house.
Yep.
And if they do that, they'll be sitting probably four with the center line blocked. This looks a little down weight. That'd be what they asked for.
It's a good line, though. Just got to come back a little bit. I don't think it's going to. Oh, it might. Yeah, it's spilled out.
It's okay. That yellow is now no longer a factor, really.
Right.
And they are sitting 1, 2, 3, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow really needs to blow this up. Open the port so they can at least get to their forefoot. So Katie's going to come down in probably some normal up kind of weight, and try to blow up the front of this. Line looks good. All right. Best they can hope for, I guess.
Yep.
Red still sitting 1, 2, 3. Now they're on skip stones.
So John, what do you do? Are you gonna, if you're the skip here, what would you call?
I'd probably put another guard up.
Yeah.
I mean, the only danger right now to the red team is that port on the left side, where left of Cody a little bit, but and that's I think what he's trying to do is Cody's trying to talk him into a guard just off center line to the left.
Yeah, it looks like that's what they're going to call.
It seems like a lot of ice to curl past center line.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, maybe he's talking about coming down.
Of a draw? Yeah.
Well, I mean, they are sitting 1, 2, 3. If they draw down, then it prevents yellow from drawing down on that back red.
Right. I read quite the discussion about it.
These are timed games, and I will say it caught our game by surprise. So the way the spiel is set up is you have 1 hour and 50 minutes from the time the first stone is thrown, and then wherever you're at 1 hour and 50 minutes, you finish that in, and the game is over.
Wow.
So you don't play another end after that. So you kind of have to
be a little speedy.
Yeah, be a little speedy to get all 8 in. just a draw. I think he's probably just trying to guard the port on the right side.
It's pretty out there, though.
He'll come back. It's a little heavy.
Yep. They were drawing.
Okay. Going for the jugular. So it does give
Yeah, he's behind the tee line.
yeah, keeping it cool, the opportunity to come down on top of it. And that's what Mike's indicating he wants to do. So same line, same ice. Let's see if Mike Parker can make this shot. Most of the other games are starting to wrap up their first end also, so we'll give you updates on all the other games once they all come to an end here. It's a little heavy.
Yep.
Not going to curl. Did bump one out, so now red's still only sitting 1, 2, 3.
I think they're going for the draw again, John.
Yeah. Well, a guard would be a good. A guard, or if you could draw right in, a guard's fine too. I mean, at this point, yellow's going to struggle to try to get one in. So, if you block off a path to that red stone that's behind the tee line, I don't see how yellow scores without just a dead draw on the left side through that port.
Right. That's the only chance they have. And that's kind of, well, it's there.
It's not what you want to ask your skip to do in the first end, though, which is
Right.
throw a dead draw against 4. Yeah, just a guard. So they're guarding off the right side of the sheet, so they're going to force.
Nice guard.
They're going to force Kyiv'n it cool to make the draw on the left side through that port and end in the 4-foot close to the button. Mike's looking for a hit. Let's see if there's a hit for anything. I don't think there is. So, yep, they go for the draw. This is hammer. Throwing against 3. Sweepers are on it.
Looks like it's slow to me. Yep.
Gonna crash.
Gonna fall up short.
That's going to be a steal of 3 for not your Yuki. All right. Can we switch back to the all 4 sheet view? Can we switch to the all 4 sheet view real quick, just to give everybody an update? Okay, so quick update after the first end on all the sheets. Sheet A, the yellow team, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that Ukrainian word.
Yeah.
the yellow,
that's Alan McNeil's team.
The yellow team, which is in blue on the sheet, is up by 1. Yep. And that's the other team on sheet A. All right, so our feature sheet we already talked about. Sheet C, which is the Pizza Leaguers versus Humblest team. Humblest team is up by 2 after the first end. And then the sheet D, which is the Metavics, they're
Fellowship of the Road.
okay. All right, so back on our feature sheet, we've already thrown the first set of lead stones. Red sitting in the house, 1 stone now. No cover. This stone looks really kind of heavy. It's probably going to go through the back of the house. Sweepers are not sweeping it at all.
And gone through.
All right, so yellow's got a hammer. Skip here's asking for just a straight hit. Looks to be a little wide. Might not come back enough to stick around. Oh, actually flashed completely. As a skip and sweepers, there's nothing more frustrating than to watch a stone come down and know there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Right.
I've been trying to convince our skip that we should throw more down weight hits. That way the sweepers can actually have some effect on the stone. So, all right.
I think that sounds like a good idea, based on what I saw.
All right, red team without the hammer, sitting 1 in the 4-foot. I think they just kind of wanted to guard the stone from a takeout. It's in the house, which is completely fine. It's off center a little bit, so it makes the double a little bit harder.
So yellow, are they all Potomac curlers?
I don't think so. I think
Okay.
so Katie's not.
Okay.
The skip, and the guy in gray is not. So
Are they both obviously from Bowdoin?
Oh. Just.
Belfast, curling club, obviously.
So yellow flashed another hit. So red's just going to start stacking them up.
And that's Cody?
Yeah, Cody just threw that.
Yep.
Cody in his pink pants. So it's guarding the outside of the stone. The stone's still available for, I mean, you can't guard everything, right? So still available for the inside hit.
Looks like yellow's going to go for a double here.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those where, you know, in a perfect world you get the double, but even if you just peel off the first one and leave your shooter sticking around in the house, that's fine too. So, especially if you can get it, you know, Mike pointed to get the roll to the left a little bit, right if you're on the camera from home, but if you can get it to roll a little bit, you know, behind the guard. I didn't hear you cough, so. Oh, that stone over-curled big time. But they're going to get...
Well, yeah.
No, not a double. Okay.
That really took off on him. The guy in the hat here, he is...
That's Mike Parker.
Mike, right.
So they're just asking Cody to put the guard back up. There's a port on the left side. They can get to it if they throw pretty firm weight.
Yep. Nice hit and roll on Seat Shi here. Right to the button. Undercover.
Comes Katie with her second shot. She looks a little wide. Oh, Oh, they're sweeping it, so it's coming back.
Might actually hit the guard.
No.
Nope. Oh! All right.
Should have
Got the job done, but spilled out.
Yeah.
I actually think that's Isabella, not Katie.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw her name tag. So Isabella Vakkur.
Okay, the order that's up there on the sheet means nothing.
Yeah, no. That's why I was asking you, who's who?
I don't. Yeah.
And I've curled against Mike, but I don't remember his name. So, where's that hat? It's a little hard to remember. I haven't seen him since last year.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, Cody's. So maybe Mike's the 5th on that team. That's order from.
I think so.
Skip down.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the 5th, but he's playing instead of Cody.
I think we've landed upon the truth there.
Well, that would make sense because on the other one, the We're Not Yuki's, Cody's listed as the second one down, and he was throwing Vice Stone.
Yep.
So, okay. All right. You're supposed to know this stuff. All of our paper here is completely wrong. So it looks like they're going to tap this red one back a little bit.
Put 2 in the house. And
Put it over
sort of
behind
sit
cover.
behind the yellow.
Yeah.
That was a nice shot. So I want to watch Mike here. It looked to me like in the first end that he might have been crossing the hog line and still hanging on to the stone. Yep, he let go of it. So maybe I was wrong about the first end.
Flashed it.
Yep.
Maybe you should have held on to it past the hog line.
Yeah. So far, yellow does not have their act together.
Yeah, they're just off a little bit on every other shot. So this is Red's last shot for the second end. Calls just another guard, I believe. Yeah, they're in a situation where if they knows that, they're not shot.
Right.
So he has to hit and roll to the left probably in order to end up with shot.
Yep. give me a. That's a tough shot to make. All right, here we go.
He's got the hit.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, no, he crashed on the guard. All right, oh.
Two more on the board for red. 4-0 after 2.
Of course, what they don't realize is one of their red stones rolled onto the other sheet. Oh, okay. I think the skip by the yellow team on the other sheet realized that. I was like, wait a minute, how come there's an extra red stone in that house? All right, so red stole 2 there. Okay. I was wondering why Cody was in the house calling the shots. The skip went to the bathroom. Can we do the all 4 sheet? Or to do an update? All right, so on sheet A, it looks like whatever that Ukrainian word is, the Potomac team.
McNeil, basically.
They stole 1 more.
Yep.
So it's a
lot of stealing going on, at least on the first 2 sheets.
Yeah, so it looks like it's 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
Our sheet is 4-0 with 2 steals. Sheet C has not hung the score yet for the second end.
But red scored.
So as soon as they hang the scores, we'll update everybody. Back on our feature sheet, Isabella is asking for a hit here to try to take the stone out that's in the back of the 4-foot. It's control weight. It's going to overcurl. And it's going to be a free guard zone violation. They will put that guard back. For those people who don't know the rules of curling, in the U.S. right now we follow the 5-rock rule, which means the first 5 rocks thrown in an end, if they are not in the house, they are cannot be hit out of play by the other team. You can hit your own stones out of play, but you can't hit the other team's stones. So for example, in that particular case, a red stone was in front of the house, in play. 5 stones had not been thrown yet. Yellow hit it out of play, and it went back, and the yellow stone gets pulled out. So that rule went into play, I don't know, probably 6 years ago. The whole purpose was to create more offense, so forces teams to be able to create places where they can hide from hits. So
I like it. I think it's a good rule.
Yeah. I will tell you, so there's a lot of controversy right now in curling, specifically around the no-tick rule in international play. So the no-tick rule is where if a stone is on the center line, touching the center line in any way in front of the house, the opposing team cannot move that stone at all until the 5th end. So even though they don't hit it out of play, they can't move the stone side to side either. It's called the no-tick rule because teams in Canada and around the world have gotten very good at being able to just tick the stone that was on the center line and move it over 3 or 4 feet. So there's a lot of controversy right now in curling internationally about whether that rule should stay. The World Curling Federation tried it last year in the World Championships, and then Canadian Curling Association has implemented it this year in their point scoring system. So anytime there's a spiel with points involved in competitive curling, they have the no-tick rule for the first 5 stones. So I don't know. To me, I think if you've gone through enough work and training and you can tick a stone and move it 4 feet without knocking it out of play, I think you should be rewarded and be able to do it. I mean, if you're good enough that you can move a stone 4 feet and not knock it out of play, you should be able to make that shot. So, and there were teams, like specifically Rachel Homan's team in Canada, they practiced that shot. Like that was one of the shots that they practiced every day in practice is ticking stones off the center line, and they were good at it. And it basically just takes a tool out of the repertoire. But I guess, it's gotten the curling kind of leadership what they wanted. Because it used to be, before the no-tick rule was implemented, a team with hammer in the 8th end was guaranteed to win like 65% of the time. And since they've implemented the no-tick rule, the team with hammer it's now 50-50. Mm-hmm. So it's gotten the games more competitive, which is what the rules teams really wanted to do. So my argument against that is, well, you play 8 ends. You could have been more competitive in the other ends, and not be in that situation where that matters. So,
and is this tick rule? The tick rule is in place for the first 5 ends of the game.
Yeah, but we don't use it at club level play, not yet. So we don't have that rule in club level play, and it's not in play at this bond split. So guards on the center line are free play, here. But sooner or later, if it becomes normal at competitive play, it will trickle down into club play. All right. So yellow, once again, has found themselves in a pickle here. Yellow team with hammer has a guard in front of the house inside the 4-foot lines there.
But 3 stones to contend with
3 of the opposite color stones. But yeah,
in the house.
Typically, when you have hammer, you don't want to guard in front of the house on the center line area because you want to leave that area open so that your skip can, in the worst case scenario, draw into the 4-foot to score 1 at the end of the end. So this is a situation where having a guard out front is actually a bad thing, and red has capitalized on that and stacked up 3 stones behind it. So.
What is the call here?
I think it's just a draw.
Yeah, sit on top of that stack. Kind of looks like it's narrow ice to me. I think they're going to get around and maybe hit the outside. Yeah.
Ends up coming to rest, fourth shot. It did move one of the stones across to the center line area, which makes it easier to come with a draw from the other direction. If I was red skip here, I think I would throw a guard on the center line.
I would do the same, but so far as red is playing a more aggressive strategy, and it's paying off for them.
Well, yeah, they're basically giving yellow opportunities, and they're basically forcing them to make the shots, right? So
yep.
This is a straight up draw, back in onto the pile again. It's way out there. See if it comes back. It doesn't look like it's going to come back enough. So ends up being a guard, guarding that right side of the sheet. It's going to force yellow to the other side of the sheet.
So it looks like yellow's going to try to just nudge the red back and hopefully be shot.
Okay. Sheet D just hung their score for the second end. So red scored 1 in the second end on sheet D. Sheet C still has not hung their score for the second end.
It's a narrow shot by yellow, by Isabella. I think it's going to crash into her own guard. Yep. Maybe she'll get a raise, but not at the right angle.
Sheet C is do we know who's playing on sheet C? Humblest team versus Pizza Leaders? That's sheet C? Okay. One of those teams is from Diamond State, and I played that team last year at Abonsfield. They're a bunch of really good guys. All right, this is Red's first skip stone. It's going to be calling for them to draw in on that pile. Not being conservative here, not asking for a guard. I think he's asking him to actually come into the house.
I think you're right.
He's just going to force yellow to try to make a hit.
Although it's kind of slowing down. It's kind of hard to tell from here, actually. Yeah, it's going to wind up being a guard.
Okay. Protects against the draw on that side. Yellow's opportunities here to score are starting to narrow really quickly. There's still a port on that side. That's what he's being asked to do, is draw through that port on the right side of the sheet.
I'd say they got to make the shot. You know, they're
down by 4.
They don't want to be down by 5 or 6 going into the fourth end, especially at the pace of this game. It's probably going to end after 6 ends.
Crashed.
Yep.
They're just not on tonight.
No.
Oh, sheet C finally hung their score. Red scored 4 in the second. A lot of debate about what to do with this last shot here for the red team.
Well, yeah, to me, this looks like the better amount of ice because the last target was a little bit too far out there. So they're just going to guard up that
Yeah, so they're sitting 3,
shot.
just going to throw guard. If he slips in, he slips in, but the call is really a guard. I'm hearing 2s. I'm hearing 2s from the ice shed. That looks deeper than a 2.
Yeah, that's going to be a biter probably, or maybe full 12.
But it does what they need it to do, which is block the hole.
Yep. There's really not a path for yellow here. They're going to have to come with a raise on angle raise. I think it's getting late early for yellow here.
All right. Brooms down, calls made. Going to be an angle raise. Try to push the yellow stone into the 4-foot.
Yeah.
It's a very hard shot.
Extremely hard. I think they got it. Too hard. Did they even get? Well, they outcounted the third, but they still gave up 2. No, they maybe not.
I think they
might have. Outcounted.
I think the motion 2 or 3.
I guess 3.
Did you see motion 2 or 3? You didn't see.
No, I didn't see it. I thought I saw 2.
He put his fingers out, and I couldn't tell. It was just quickly. I don't know if it was 2 or 3.
Looking at the
I think it
house,
was 2.
looked like 2.
But nonetheless, that makes it 6-0.
Yeah, it was 2. Okay. All right. So quick update on all the sheets. Over on the sheet A, Ukrposhta came back with scored 3 in the third to actually go ahead. Our feature sheet, of course, 6-0 in favor of not the Yukis. Sheet C, the Pizza Leaguers scored 4 in the second end to make the score 4-2 over there. And on sheet D, the Metavikes scored another one in the third end to make the score 2-1 over there. So there's your quick updates. Oh, we have a pronunciation sheet.
We do.
Would have been nice to know that. Yeah, see? We're not the... It's the postal service for Ukraine. That's Ukrposhta.
And let's see, the pronunciation for Alan McNeil's team is Shros Nevrazano.
Well, it's pretty bad when the pronunciation section contains words that you can't pronounce.
Right.
Not very helpful.
Ukrainiska means something vaguely Ukrainian.
All right, back on our feature sheet, C's on their second, Reds on their second stone. They've already put 2 in the house once again, and yellow with hammer once again has a guard up front. Not what you want when you have hammer.
It's like deja vu all over again. I'm just going to keep saying Yogi Berra sayings. Another guard from yellow.
Which, those guards would be great if you didn't have hammer.
Right.
Mark Herrera throws lead on our team. And he's not within earshot, so I'm going to say it. I wish we could get stones like that from our league.
Ooh.
You saw me look around.
I think we ought to mic you up on the ice.
I will say this. I am an optimistic curler on the ice. I always tell, regardless of the shot, I always say it was a good shot. I always tell the skip that no matter how hard the shot is, that they've got it in the bag. It's an easy shot for them. And I enjoy telling the other team when they make good shots. So.
But you're on the mic now, so you want to add a bit of flavor and color to the commentary. Be a critical commentator.
So typically in curling, we call this the peel of shame. I think they were trying to do it to try to promote a stone up.
Yeah,
but that is not a bad outcome to get stones off the center line.
Yeah, so they could get at least into the house. They were blocking themselves.
So in curling, the peel of shame is when you put a guard up and you don't want a guard, and then your skip has you peel that guard off on your next shot. So you peel your own stone out of play. It's called the peel of shame.
Right.
And in fact, I believe we have a curling member here whose email address is actually curlofshame@gmail.com or something like that. Peel of shame. So. Once again, red is just stacking them into the house. They hung the third.
Zach is looking to blast a couple of these out of here.
Yeah, they hung the third on sheet C.
Okay.
They scored 3 more in the third.
But again, it's not
it's
enough
down weight.
Speed. Yeah.
Okay.
And shifted promoted one to the house. That's good. But shifted the guard back onto the center line, which is
Bad.
bad. And the only reason why we say that's bad is because you want your skip, when you get down to skip stones, you want the skip to be able to have a path to throw a stone into the forefoot.
Right.
And if you look at the house right now, there's no path for yellow to get into the forefoot. So now they are down to, I would typically call this vice stones, but the skip is the throw in the third, so I think you still call them vice stones.
I think you do.
The call is to hit and push back into that pile.
That's an interesting call.
But it's down weight. It's down weight.
Yeah.
Okay, well, they pushed one out. Rolled over onto the edge of the 8-foot.
And it didn't turn out. It turned out pretty good.
Yeah. Red still sitting 2, though. Wide open. The skip is just asking Cody to throw another guard, put it up front. I know I didn't hear that right. When he let go, the sweeper said, "It's like hog." Oh, maybe it is. It's really light. They are working.
May not even get over the hog line.
Well, they got it over.
I think they
got
did.
it over. Wow.
Well, the way that red is playing, you figured that would happen.
That was good sweeping.
That is what you call a long guard. Yes, and they're commenting now on the call that it was guard, like a guard. So red team just brought a pitcher of beer out.
Celebrating early?
I think they're a little ahead of themselves. But I think the skip came in the warm. The skip for the red team came in the warm room to say hello to his girlfriend. I don't know. I hope they know there's still a game going on.
Meanwhile, I think we're going to have another crash here.
I think they got it by.
You're right. Good call, John. Very nice.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Smiles all around on the yellow team. It's nice to make shots.
It is.
Cody's going to put the broom down, and they're just going to run. They're just going to run a normal hit, normal weight hit right in. As long as they clear that long red guard, they should be all right. This will be a little wide and a little hot.
And yet. Oh, man, I thought that was
I
going
was
to be.
just saying.
Yeah.
That's when you call shenanigans.
Right.
When you crash on a guard, wick off another guard, and somehow end up a shot. But came up a second shot, still not bad. I mean, still cut the yellow down now.
All right, now yellow's got a chance here to score more than one, which they absolutely need.
So the question here is, do you go after that one in the back and try to get the other two into play, or just simply draw another one in? I think at this point, the two on the left, I think I would just discount those and try to get my deuce.
Yeah.
Try to draw in.
Yeah, just draw another one in.
Yep.
Sit on top
maybe
of
tap
it.
that yellow one back a little bit. Yeah, just sit on top.
That appears as though that's what they're doing.
The ice is for a draw. Just
Yep.
need to. Oh, no. They just changed it.
That's a questionable call.
I told you Mike likes to hit, so.
He does.
Oh, he's going to try to get it out. Okay, that's going to be tough then.
As long as he doesn't flip it out wide.
He's got to get between those two guards.
Nope, he clipped the guard.
Yeah, that's tough. That was a real tough.
All right. So red's going to go and just try to punch that yellow out. This is when you ask yourself, do you want to go for the jugular or throw a guard and let them take their one?
Well, how much of that? Well, they're going for the jugular.
Oh, yeah.
I think they can get it.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
it's probably half more, a little more open, and he's coming out of the right hack. So they're trying to change the shot. Cody doesn't know what they want. Cody's putting the broom down for a hit. I think he's just like, nope, you're going to hit this. And he pitched it out wide. It's all right, he's down weight, so he should come back.
Very nice.
When you're on, you're on. And
Yep.
they're on. So in this case, it forces yellow to just draw down.
Well, I think they're just, all they have is knock that out and get one. They don't have two.
No, that's what I'm saying. Just I would throw heavy draw, just use that as backing.
Mm-hmm.
The red team is all pouring themselves a drink from the pitcher.
Took a turn there.
Wait on me! Wait on me! Wait on me!
Nice
He
draw.
got it.
Nice draw. Draw to the 4 foot for his one against two. That's always a hard shot. Nice draw. We'll get their one. They get on the board, which is good. As I like to say when we're curling and we're down in a situation like this where we're 6-1, you make the joke of, see, we've got exactly where we want them now.
Yes.
We've lulled them into
Complacency.
Now we're going to hang an 8-ender.
Lull them into drinking a pitcher.
Exactly.
That's right.
Now you're going to hang an 8-ender. And
Now, what is the time limit on the game?
so 1 hour and 50 minutes. And this game started at
8:30.
30.
Yeah, it's around 8:30.
So
So it's been an hour and 13 minutes so far.
But our feature sheet here, sheet B, they are easily a half in to an in behind the other sheets already.
Right.
So now this is a situation where if you're yellow, you want guards. You want your lead to throw 2 guards in front of the house, so you have somewhere to hide some stones, because you need to start stealing some points. If red team scores multiples here, it's going to be a hard road to get up. Nice shot to the wings. Yellow's doing the right thing. Don't go after that stone. Don't go after that stone. Throw another center guard. You need to set it up so that you can hide some stones. Oh, that stone picked.
It sure did.
Yeah, it did.
Wow, big time.
That's a shame. And there it comes back.
And it S-curved.
Yeah.
I've never thrown a stone like that before.
Oh. Except for the last
Except for the last game. Yeah. In our game, though, it was not that the stone picked. That was a thrower's error. So I threw the stone, and I just did not put a handle on it, and the stone just picked up a handle that it wanted to along the way, and S-curved. So that was a curler's error. Very smart. Okay, yellow did not buy that, didn't take that bait either. And the call is still to draw in behind. If you're yellow in this situation, you cannot get into a hit race.
Yep.
You need to hide stones. Looks like it's narrow. It's gonna a little light. Once again, though, not a bad outcome for yellow. They've got guards up front. Gives them an opportunity to hide something. Red now sitting 2 is going to start to peel off stones in the front. Try to keep it clean.
Got a lot of heat on it.
If you can get rid of 2, that's perfect. If you get rid of 1, it's okay. And it's just going to get rid of 1. Cleared it out. Didn't hit any of the reds in the house. Zachary not happy with his play.
A little long. But, oh, that's great.
Very nice shot by
Very nice
Yellow
shot.
there. Yeah.
He turned around and was not happy with the shot, and then I don't think he has realized that it actually came to rest on the button practically. All right, Red's being asked to come down and pop it out. Look at Zachary just realized he made that shot. It's a narrow. Gonna end up running their Red back.
Oh, really nice. I think Red is shot now.
So where he put the broom down is he wants a stone. They want a stone in the house, top of the 4, in front of the red that's sitting on the button. You have to set up the angle though so that you can hit it later and pop the red out. It kind of needs to be on the corner.
It's a hard shot.
Yeah, unfortunately Unfortunately, we've said that a couple of times about shots the Yellows had to make.
Yeah. Oh, I like the line of this one. It's losing some juice.
Need to be down in the corner. Oh, hit the guard. Okay. Hit and flopped over. Needed to be down in the corner of that red stone. The problem is right now is, Yellow set up where they could they could hold red to 1. But I don't think that's really what they want to do.
No.
Because this is already the
5th end.
5th end. Red came down and popped that yellow one out, flopped over, and now they're on the center line. Yellow still has the draw behind. They need to be down in that corner, though.
So when you say corner, John, what are you talking about exactly? Where does Yellow ideally want to put this stone?
So in the house, Yellow's got a stone behind the tee line. Red's touching the button in front of the tee line.
Right.
If they can put it just off center on the front red stone, the one that's just above the tee line, then they can set it up so later they can hit the yellow stone and push the red stone out of the house.
But this one has got too much weight on it, so it's going to go through the house.
So the old joke is that was heavy and wide, just like my wife.
Oh my gosh.
Now, I say that jokingly. My wife's a marathon runner, and she's not either of those. But these are things that we say in men's league.
Yeah, I know. I'm not surprised.
Or the new joke is, heavy and wide, just like my husband
Yeah, exactly.
or my partner.
All right, so they're asking Cody to run this back a little. Oh,
Ooh.
they picked.
Maybe we'll get an S turn out of it. Go through the gap.
They're going to promote that red.
It picked in the same spot as that other stone.
Yeah.
It's nothing more frustrating to a curling team, and especially if you're sweeping and the stone picks. Because if you're not sweeping and the stone picks, you can always blame and say, well, the sweeper should have been cleaning it from the stone. But when you're sweeping the stone and it picks, there's nothing more frustrating because there's nothing that you can do about it.
But even so, yellow doesn't have much of a shot here.
No, they don't have a real path. So they're down to skip stones. This is the first of Mike Parker's stones. He needs to get around and get on the corner of that red if he's going to try to pop it out. Looks to be light. It lost handle is what they said. Yeah, it lost handle. It started to just run straight. So now red, they're on their first of their skip stones. Red's thinking, how do I score multiples here? Right? They're sitting one on the button, but how do I score multiples? And really the only way is to push one of those front reds back and try to pop the Yellowstone off the back of the button. It's a dangerous shot, but I think that's what they're going to try to do. This looks like, for the ice, looks like maybe control weight. Not going to be a lot of weight. Try to run that front red one that's off center, straight back. Push the yellow out of the back of the house. And then, then all the stones in the house will come into play.
Right.
And red will be sitting.
Possibly 5.
Possibly 5, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I heard board and bumper. Looks to be a little wide. Yeah, they're sweeping for curl. Yeah, it's wide. So it's gonna hit and roll over, leave it an open shot now. It was control weight, so it was the right weight. I think he just fluffed it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Now yellow's in the question of, now that red kind of gave him a little bit of a gift there, how do they score? Well, they don't have one on the corner. They don't have one in the corner to hit because they didn't make that shot earlier. So,
well, yeah, I mean, they got to deal with that red stone. They got to deal with the shot, and the only way, I think they got to chip that out, but then that'll leave the yellow behind it.
They're calling for a guard. They're calling for a guard, and they just try to hold the red team to 1. It's very dangerous because yellow literally has no other stones in the house.
Yeah, and you got to make it. You got to get something along the center line.
So it's one of those cases where if this over curls,
right,
or under curls, it leaves a hit for a lot.
Exactly.
I'm with you.
What?
I said I'm with you. That looked like a hog line violation.
Yeah.
This is curling, so you do call your own fouls, and I will say this: people typically don't call their own hog line violation.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to sort of pay attention to that as you're shooting.
So yellow did what they wanted to do. They threw a guard up, but if red can somehow come around and pop that Yellowstone out, There's a lot of points to be had there.
And it looks like they're going to do an angle raise.
That or it's just a heavy draw? Yeah, no, you're looking at the raise. I mean, you're already sitting 1. Worst case scenario is you punch your 1 out and you give up 1. But, you know, you're up 6-1 at this point, so.
Right.
No risk, no reward. Oof. I just noticed the score on A. A got away. Alan McNeil's team had a huge 4th end. Scored 6 in the 4th end. And stole another one in the 5th. He scores 9-3 over on sheet A. I think people in chat were saying that the other team on sheet A is the Texans. They're from Texas, is that what they were saying?
I think so.
Yeah.
Do we know how many folks are with us watching?
There's
10.
10? All right.
All right.
Well,
So this is
hello to our 10 viewers out in YouTube land.
so this is Michael's last shot. Call was an angle raise. He did not make that shot, so he does just score his 1.
It's a 7-1.
So he scores 7-1. The end of 5. Red's going to start. They're going to just put their stones in the house. Over on sheet C, red team scored again in the 4th. So the score over there is it 8-2?
Yes, 8-2.
Okay. And on sheet D is a tight game. Red team over there on sheet D is up 5-4 after 5. So red put their first stone in the house. At this point, red has absolutely no reason to throw any guards. And yellow has hammer.
It'd be best off hogging this, I think.
Yes, I would not want that stone in play. Hey, hogging.
Okay, so I got to put more on him. Yeah, so I got to put more on him.
Better Kenny, yeah. Better Kenny. Because they got the complex on there. I won't go green.
So yellow's asking for a corner guard.
Wait, better. Not better enough.
Got a corner guard. Not quite over as much as you would want for a corner guard, but still a corner guard. Red is going to be happy just putting another one in the house. like this call.
I do too.
The front end wanted her to call a hit, but that doesn't.
That doesn't get you anywhere.
Weight's all there. Weight's good.
Nice shot. So now 5 stones have been thrown. So red is just going to peel off the guard. In the perfect world, you peel off this guard and your shooter goes out of play also. Up this many points, red just does not want to give yellow an opportunity to hide anywhere.
It flashed. I thought they might get the one behind it, the shooter, but they did not.
So yellow's sitting shot now behind the guard, which is good. And they're calling another draw in on top of the one that's there. I think in a perfect world, you'd want to split the house here.
Right.
Go to the other side, and then just make all the plays over there in the open where you can hit stuff.
But I think they're so far behind.
This one picked.
Oh, my gosh.
Holy mackerel.
I have never seen a stone
either.
stick like that, man.
It just petered out.
It sure did.
It turned left.
It did. It was almost a 90-degree turn.
I wonder if is it the same stone that's picking every end? Like, is there something under the stone, possibly?
Could be.
Maybe they're not cleaning it well enough. I don't know.
We're all puzzled.
All right. Cody's in the house. Vice's rocks. Call is just a peel.
We got that one.
And when it rains, it pours.
That's right.
So the call was a peel, and Cody accidentally doubles two yellows out of play. Cody's all happy about the shot, but not the called shot. So Isabella's just going to try to draw behind the red corner guard. Being second shot and behind cover. Good. Calls a peel, an actual peel. I ask Cody to just peel this off, lose the shooter, leave it open.
Maybe we'll get another double in the process.
No sweepers on this. Okay. Got the heel. Lost the shooter, which is fine. And actually kind of rattled the rocks in the top of the house a little bit. So now red is sitting second shot.
I think Mike's contemplating a triple.
He does like to hit.
Yeah.
So Cody is wearing a Philadelphia curling club pin, and he doesn't curl out of Philadelphia. He curls out of this club.
With a Winnipeg Jets sweatshirt on.
He's just confused. He's a confused young man. The call here is a hit. This started taking off out of her hand.
Yep.
Looks like she's going to get the hit, though. 2 stones should go. Oh, no. None went. Although they ended up still being second shot out of this. Unfortunately, red is third shot. So the call here is red's just going to come out and try to come down, try to pop the yellow out, and then just roll over, flop over to the side a little bit, sit 3. Slid a little bit outside. It did not slide straight towards the broom. Looks like it's going to be a little wide.
Good.
No, it came back. Oh, and it crashed. So they pushed yellow back into shot. Yellow does have a hammer here, so does now set yellow up for an opportunity for a double. For a deuce, sorry, not a double. I don't know what the call is. Oh, hit and roll behind? Okay. So she's motioning hit and roll behind. Hit the one on our right.
Right. I don't know that the angle is there to get there. But we'll see what happens.
Yep. Nice down. Oh, yeah. Hard.
Well, they're going to get a nose out of it.
Oh,
there we go. Yeah.
Well, it ended up being second shot.
Okay.
Does set red up. The red can double here. Do a straight nose double. Yeah, maybe a little off nose. I think if red throws a double here, this will be a handshake situation. So broom's down. Oh, he fell down out of the hack. So nobody knows what this is going to do. It's definitely not going to double the yellows out. He might push his red back. Cody's doing plan B. Oh, it actually pushed it out of the house. So an error there. He fell down out of the hack, which sucks. The error here leaves
Yellow with a chance
yellow with opportunity
to score
for four.
Yeah.
And get right back into this game.
Yeah, all he's got to do is nose it. If it over curls, then he crashes the red onto the yellow. That's not a good result.
So instead of pushing it back for 5, they were a little wide and cut them down to only 1. So 5 would have been huge. So the lead for Kyiv'n and Cool, he has something written on his slider. On the bottom of his slider, he had something written. Like on the Teflon, on his toe. I couldn't tell what it was. Maybe we can get him to. He just threw that one light.
They hogged it?
Yeah. So that's what you tell your front end when you're down by a lot of points. The statement is you need guards. They have to be guards, and the front ends always tend to pull back when they know that they have to have a guard.
Right.
I'm wondering which. Am I wrong? Is there not? I could have sworn something was written on this slider. All right. Call is a guard. Once again, yellow does not have hammer this end. They need guards to hide behind. It's a nice guard, nice center line guard. All right.
Give me like back 8. All right.
You updating the other sheets?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I've been doing.
Okay. Can we put up the 4 sheet? All right, quick updates on the other games. On sheet A, McNeil's team from Potomac is up 10-3. They stole in the 5th end and in the 6th end. They stole 1 point each there, so they're up 10-3. Of course, our feature sheet is 7-2. Sheet C, which is the Pizza Leaguers and the Humblest team. Pizza Leaguers are up 10-2. Once again, a little bit of one-sided game where a lot of steals. And then Sheet D, which is a really close game. The Medivix versus the Fellowship of the Rink. The Fellowship of the Rink is up 1 point now, 6-5 after 6. So on our feature sheet, one of the previous stones did tick the yellow stone that was on the center line. Of course, we don't have the no ticker rule in place. So the skip is asking for them to put another stone back up on the center line. It came up a little bit short of the center line, but it's okay. Red's now that five stones have been thrown, Red's just going to clean it up. So the call here is just to peel the front yellow one out, have the shooter spin out. They don't really care about the shooter so much.
Got the job done. And also sort of a bit of a guard for its own shots. Not
So
really.
Skip is asking him to come in behind. I think you would still want to throw another guard. This would be a little heavy. Sweepers are not touching it at all. And they sweep it just out of the back of the house. All right, red team's going to continue with the cleanup. Throw another peel, get rid of the other yellow corner guard. They're yelling at him to roll it harder, and he's like, "It's going out. Like, what do you want me to do?"
They should.
And I guess they're
that's
shaking.
it. Yep. So. All right, so that wraps it up on our feature sheet. So the score ended up being, with shakes at the end of that round, that doesn't count. So the scores ended up being 7-2 in favor of not the Ukrainian Postal Service.
No, they did not deliver. And I am going to head out early to beat the traffic across the bridge. And as the Scooter used to say on the Channel 11 broadcast for the Yankees, go home and have a cannoli. So I'll see you later.
All right, have a good night, Bob.
Bye-bye.
I think if you, up in the top, if you change the feature sheet to C.
Oh, okay, exactly.
There we go. We'll switch over to the C game, or we could go over to D, and it's your call. That's really interesting. Okay, I don't know if we want to do that, but that's your call. You're at the controls. Over on sheet D, they just hung the score for the 7th end. So red scored 1, so it is now a tie game, 6-6 coming home in the 8th. Yellow's going to have hammer in the 8th. So So, once again, just like on our feature sheet, red team coming home without a hammer, they want some guards. So, red team is going to throw their first 2 zones, probably going to be guards. Yellow team, skipped by Mike Dobbs from Potomac, he's just going to have put the stone in the house and then try to make red come chase him. Knowing Mike Dobbs after the 5th stone is thrown, he will start peeling out the red guards in the front. All right. Sheet C, we have handshakes. So the Pizza Leaguers won that game on sheet C over the Humblest team. And on sheet A, we also have handshakes. The McNeil team won over Ukrposhta. So the only game out on our ice right now is the sheet game on D, and they're in the 8th end. And as I said, the 2nd redstone's coming down. They did call for a guard. It looks like it's going to slide into the house, though. And it does come to rest in the top of the 8 foot. So Michael Dobbs is going to rest. He's going to take no rest here, and he's just going to throw. He's asking for bumper weight hit. He's just going to come bump this redstone out. You can hear very clearly now. Nobody else is out in the ice. So the weight call was a bumper down. They need it to curl a little bit. It needs to come back over onto the center line. They are going to get the hit. And it's going to be enough to push it. Might still be biting the back, but it doesn't matter. Yellow's now sitting 1 and 2. So now on their 2nd stones, once again, let's see, I think Jeff is asking for a hit. No, it's a draw. Okay. No, it's a hit. It's a down weight hit. So he really wants to hit and flop over.
Yeah, that would be the way to go.
But
too much.
hit it too thin, spilled out. Which, you know, from a Dobbs perspective, that doesn't matter. Yep. So as I predicted, 5 stones have been thrown. He's going to come clear out the front. So he's just going to ask. He's going to ask his loving wife to throw a peel here and clear out the front redstone. And that's a good peel, and the shooter spilled out as desired. So now red has nowhere to hide. So they're either going to call a draw in or a guard.
I thought I saw a guard. I thought I saw that's what he was doing.
Saw a motion for a guard?
Yeah.
Guard would be the right call. It's going to come into the house.
Yep.
So if it does come in, then you kind of want to come down and freeze on that back Yellowstone. It's not going to get there, though. He's going to be on the tee line. Dobbs is going to just lined up. Once again, ask his wife for one more hit in this game. So they said down weight, they're sweeping for straight, but looks like might be a little wide. Nope, she got it. All right, and spills. Once again, doesn't matter. He doesn't really care whether that stone stays around or not. It's just really about eliminating red stones from play. So Michael Dobbs, the yellow team, they're playing a traditional I think he's asking what the Pizza Leaguer games was. Score.
Yep.
Dobbs playing a traditionally clean game. Clean end where he doesn't want any stones in play. We're just going to give him an open shot at the end to draw into to score his single. Red, if they want to stick around, they really need to freeze down on that Yellowstone, and they came in too heavy. Hit and spilled out. Dobbs is going to request a draw to the other side. He wants his stone to be in front of the tee line, though. He does not want anything behind the tee line at this point in the game. Both sweepers are on it. It does look like it's going to slide behind the tee line, which is not what Dobbs wants. If it's behind the tee line,
no, it
came up short.
Up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's behind the tee line, you really don't want it to be behind the tee line because the other team can come down and freeze on it and then be shot. So this is in front of the tee line, which is exactly what he wanted. So Jeff is calling for a corner freeze on this stone. Once again, at this point, he doesn't care yet about being shot. It's about setting the stones up so that he can make a shot later on. Sweepers are on it to try to hold it straight. Looks like it might be a little narrow. And it's going to be heavy. So hits and rolls off. Red is shot, but once again, like I said, that's not what you want because it just leaves Dobbs with an open hit. In a perfect world here, you hit and roll out because you don't want your shooter to stick around behind the tee line. Yeah. So, yep, exactly. I mean, he didn't even hesitate. He didn't even hesitate to put the rune down. So, one mistake here from the Dobbs team. The shooter did roll behind the tee line, which of course gives the Medevites the opportunity to draw down and freeze on the Yellowstone that's behind the tee line, and be shot and be hard to kick out at that point. So the call is a freeze. Sweepers are on it for weight. Looks like it might be over curling just a hair too. And it came up light. Not terribly bad yet. Once again, gives an opportunity, a place to hide. Dobbs is debating on what to do here. He wants to get rid of that front red stone. In a perfect world, he hits that front red stone, runs it back, and splits his yellow out that's behind the tee line, and both the red and the yellow spill. I don't know if that's the shot he's going for, or if he just wants to get rid of that front red one. Let's see how this plays out. At this point, they're debating on which way to go at it, whether they should go with an in-turn or an out-turn. Well, they have changed their mind. They're going for a straight draw now. Just draw into the button.
I think that's a good call. See if they deliver.
So actually, they put the broom down top of the forefoot. So this looks like it's going to be a little bit heavier than that.
Yeah. But it's going to hit off of this, so I think it ended up okay.
So sitting 3, but this is Red's last shot. This is last shot for Red. They do not have hammer.
So they would draw.
If Red freezes down on that stone behind the tee line on the right-hand side of the sheet, it does give them the possibility to win this game. If they do not make this shot and they do not end up shot after this, the game is over. And Michael Dobbs will not be throwing his last stone. It's always interesting to see bonspiels. You see all the warm room skips.
Yeah.
Like there's, 5 people crowded around a TV monitor debating on what shot it should actually be.
This is what I would do.
Yep. Warm room skips are always the best skips.
That's right.
All right. So call is a draw to freeze down on the one in the yellow. Looks like they're going to crash on the front red one.
Yeah, it's short.
And this will be the game.
Yeah,
all right. All right, so it's going to be 3 yellow. Dobbs not going to have to throw his last stone.
Yep.
And that will wrap this up. So Fellowship of the Rings will end up winning the game 9-6. And with that, we will conclude our broadcast for this evening. We do have games tomorrow morning, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern. Is the next draw, so we look forward to seeing you come out and watch some more tomorrow morning. With that, this is John Hale, and I will sign off. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.